Hi, I'm Cara Fraser. Welcome to day 13 of my 30-day yoga connection series that focuses on shoulder mobility. And our shoulders sometimes get really tight because we're able to move our arms up and back, but how often in the day are you doing this movement? Probably not very often. So our yoga practice helps us to get some movement in the shoulders in the way they were designed to move, but that we don't always do every day. So I particularly like this class, especially if you do a lot of strength training or something where you're not moving your shoulders in this way. And I think it's a lot of fun. So today's class will be starting in child's pose, big toes together, knees can be either together or apart, and the torso just rests either on the thighs or between the thighs. Just find a place where you can settle in and start to relax. Notice how the shoulders just start to melt towards the floor. Let the hips just be heavy towards the heels. And start to slow down the breath, expanding the inhales and the exhales. Trying to find smoothness and evenness. And if you have the arms by the legs, extend them straight out towards the front of the mat. Place the palms down and press into the palms so much that the shoulders lift, not the shoulders, the elbows lift, and the arms start to straighten. So here, most people probably start to feel a stretch in the shoulders. Most of us are pretty tight. So just notice that for a couple of breaths. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, let it out. And then walk the hands back to the knees, lift the chest, just come up to sitting on the heels. And oh, my other dog's coming. I think she's in the frame now. This is Zoe. So here on the heels, inhale, take the arms out to a T. On the exhale, cross the right arm over the left arm. Give yourself a hug. You can just grab the shoulder blades. Notice how they draw apart as you do this. This may be a problem when I actually start moving. They're gonna have to skedaddle. And then take the arms out to a T. Cross the left arm over the right arm. Oh, I'm sorry, I just whacked Zoe in the head. It wasn't hard, she's okay. Hi, sweetheart, yes. Couple breaths here. And then take the arms out to a T, drop the arms by the sides. Just take a couple shoulder rolls, just starting to get some movement. Usually feels nice. And then from here, grab your blocks. Okay, Zoe, you're gonna have to go over there. So take the blocks first on the lowest setting, about shoulders distance apart. And put the elbows on the blocks, and you have two choices with the hands. You can bring them to prayer, or you could take the palms of the hands to the shoulder blades. So today, let's keep the hips over the knees instead of sitting fully back into child's pose. Place the elbows on the blocks and then hands either to prayer or palms to shoulder blades. So your forehead may or may not touch the mat. Melt the chest towards the mat, but keep lifting your belly up and in. And try to keep from arching too much in the lumbar spine, which is your low back. And try not to hold your breath. I find this is one, since a lot of us have tight shoulders, that without even realizing it, we hold the breath. So try and come back to smoothness and evenness. And then press into the elbows, lift the head if it's down, walk the knees back in, and you can take the blocks off to the side. So from here, come into tabletop, tuck the toes, lift the hips for your first down dog, and just take any movement that feels good, maybe shifting the hips from side to side, or bending one leg, straightening the other. And then when you're ready, find some stillness here. So down dog is a great way to build both strength and flexibility in the shoulders. I see a lot of people who are new start with the shoulders more over the wrist, and over time they're able to lift the hips, take the chest towards the thighs, and get more movement in the shoulders. And of course, holding down dog helps to strengthen it. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, just gently walk the feet up to the hands for a fold. I think Hamilton's going to stay here for the whole video. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Let's hold plank here. So a lot of times, actually let's drop the knees for a second because I want to work this shoulder action in plank. So take your arms out in front of you, fists, and then punch your fist forward. You can't really see it probably, but when you do that, your shoulder blades draw apart. There becomes this little, ever so slight rounding in the upper back. Then when you pull the fist back, the shoulder blades come closer together. That's what we call retraction. So punch forward is protraction, and back is retraction. So when you come into plank, think of punching your fist. You want to find that your shoulder blades draw apart. You find just a little bit of rounding in the upper back, very, very tiny. It's not dramatic, but you may find that helps you to hold plank and feel stronger. So as you do that punch, you're also going to draw the shoulder blades lightly down towards the waist, okay? So come back into plank. Think of punching and then plugging. Couple breaths here. Strong legs, engage the quads. Press the heels back. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly come down. All the way to the belly, hands by the low ribs. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders for cobra. Exhale, lower down. And then press up through table. Tuck the toes, lift the hips for down dog. Couple breaths. Root through the index finger knuckle and thumb. Spin the biceps up and the triceps down, trying to get external rotation in the shoulders. If you don't get that, that's okay. It's kind of confusing for a lot of people, but over time, I think it'll start to make sense. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, keep the length. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then grab your strap. This is one that you probably won't be able to do fully without the strap, but that's okay. You could use a towel or something if you have a big enough towel. So take the strap out in front of you. Feet can be hip distance apart. On the inhale, just take the arms up by the ears. On the exhale, take the strap back. If you find that you get stuck, take the hands wider apart, okay? So inhale by the ears, exhale forward. And if the arms don't go back, if you have a shoulder injury or something, you can just stop when the arms are by the ears, okay? Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale up, exhale back. Just continue this motion with your own breath. I like this as you're doing, I'm just gonna talk a little bit. I like this because it gets the arm moving in the shoulder socket. If you think about it in your everyday life, when are you really doing this motion with your arm? Probably not a lot. Maybe when you're in your car, reaching in the back seat. Other than that, we're not really doing it, and lifting our arms up overhead. So this is just getting some nice range of motion you're maybe not getting every day. Couple more of these. And then take one more up and over to the back and then back to the front. And then once you're done with that one, you can take the strap off to the side. Come back to Tadasana or mountain pose at the front of the mat. So big toes touch, heels apart, outer edges of the feet parallel to the mat. If that doesn't feel good, feet hips distance, you decide. Fingertips reach down, root into all four corners into the feet, press up through the head. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, lift the chest, spread through the collarbones. Exhale to down dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the foot down between the hands for a lunge, and then drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms, maybe a little back bend. Inhale, come up. Exhale, a little back bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, tuck the back toe, lift the knee, and then spin the back heel down, front heel aligns with back arch. And inhale, come up, warrior two. And then warrior two, notice if your shoulders are hunching up towards the ears, see if you can soften them. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot. Step back, down dog or vinyasa, your choice. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, bring the foot down between the hands. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale, come up. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, last back bend. Inhale, come up. Exhale, plant the hands, tuck the back toe, lift the knee, and then spin the back heel down. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Keep spinning the left hip under and pressing the right thigh evenly back. Take one more inhale. Exhale, frame the foot, step back, down dog or vinyasa, your choice. Couple breaths here in down dog. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward, drop the head. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, bring the arms up. You can interlace the fingers on the exhale side, bend to the right. Inhale, up to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, up. Exhale, right. Inhale, up. Exhale, left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fold forward, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, and then lower the knees down for tabletop. And just cross over the shins, come back to seated. You might have to scooch forward a little bit. Knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat. Hands come behind you, fingers facing the body. On the inhale, press into the hands and the feet, lift the hips up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift, spin the inner thighs down towards the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up last time. Exhale, lower, cross over the shins, come back into tabletop. And then tuck the toes, lift the hips for down dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the foot down between the hands, spin the back heel down. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Exhale, come forward, extended side angle, right forearm to thigh, left arm by the ear. And then take that left hand to the low back. You can stay right here. If you want, you can take the full bind. So take the right arm under the right thigh. Interlace the fingers. Roll that left shoulder up and back. And then spin that right hip under. One more inhale. Exhale, unwind, right forearm to thigh, left arm by the ear. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Exhale, frame the foot, spin the back heel up, and then this time take the back heel down, either front heel to back heel alignment or feet hips distance apart. Inhale, come up, warrior one. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, little back bend, open up the chest. Exhale, fold on the inside of the right thigh, lift the arms up. Another nice shoulder stretch here. Press into the feet. Inhale, come up, warrior one, arms by the ears. Exhale, frame the foot. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, bring the foot down between the hands. Spin the back heel down. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Exhale, come forward, extended side angle. Really press into the feet, find firm legs here to find lightness in the torso. And then take the right hand to the low back. You can stay here. Or take the full bind. My mic's in the way here. Right shoulder spins up and back. Find length in the torso, pull the chest forward. Find space between your left side and your thigh. One more inhale. Exhale, unwind. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, frame the foot, come up onto the ball of the back foot. And then spin that back heel down again. Inhale, up, warrior one. Exhale, interlace the fingers, opposite pinky on top. Inhale, little back bend, open up the chest. Exhale, come on the inside of the left thigh, lift the arms up. Inhale, release the clasp, come up, warrior one. Exhale, frame the foot, down dog or vinyasa. From here, drop the knees back down for table, and then bring the forearms down to the mat. Fingers spread wide, forearms parallel, setting up for dolphin. Once the forearms are set, press into them, tuck the toes, lift the hips. So it's like down dog, but on the forearms. What I see a lot is the shoulders over the elbows. So if that's happening, press into the forearms, lift the hips, draw the chest back. It's a great way to develop strength for inversions. I know a lot of people hate it, but it's a necessary pose. Couple more breaths. And then drop the knees down, come back to the palms of the hands. Cross over the shins, come back to sitting like we did earlier. You can stay with the knees bent to lift the hips if you want a little more of a challenge. Straighten the legs. As you lift the hips, try and get the soles of the feet down to the mat. So hands behind you, fingers facing you. Inhale, press into the hands, lift the hips, take the soles of the feet down. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, lower. And then cross over the shins. Come back to table. And then tuck the toes, lift the hips for down dog. And then one more inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. From here, bring the hands to the hips. Step the right foot back about 3.5, 4 feet. Front heel can line up to back heel, or feet can be hip distance apart, setting up for a pyramid pose. So we'll be folding forward. A couple choices for the arms. Hands can stay here. If you want to try and work the shoulders, you can bring the hands to reverse namaste. But if you do that, notice the shoulders are going to want to roll in. So try and lift them up and back, okay? If that doesn't quite work for you, hands could come to fists. You can still work the shoulders this way. You feel that, how you can open up the chest there. So you decide what feels good for you. We'll be holding halfway down with the hands where they are. So inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, keep this length in the torso as you hinge forward from the hips. Keep pressing into the feet. If you tend to be a hyperextender like me with this left leg, press into the big toe mound of the left foot. Think calf to shin and engage the quads. So we want to work all the muscles around the knee joint to protect it. So holding here halfway down, keep pulling the chest forward, drawing the left hip back, right hip forward. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the hands either to blocks or the mat. If you have the blocks, you can just bring them right under the shoulders. Inhale, lift the torso up halfway, lift the belly. Exhale, keep the torso where it is, hands to hips. Inhale, long spine, come up. And then bring the right foot in, take an inhale here. Exhale, let it out. And then take the left foot back, 3.5, 4 feet. Set up the feet first, then you decide, reverse namaste, fist or hands to hips. Take an inhale here. Exhale, keep the length in the torso, come forward. Keep lifting the belly up and in to protect the back. Focus on your breath. One more inhale. Exhale, come down. hands to blocks or mat. Right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, lift the belly. Exhale, keep the torso where it is, hands to hips. Inhale, press into the feet, long spine, come up. And then bring the back foot in for Tadasana. Arms by the sides. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, and then drop the knees down for table. Setting up again for dolphin, so bring the forearms down to the mat. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. You're welcome to stay right here if you want to try it. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, shift the shoulders over the elbows. Inhale, push the shoulders back. Exhale, lower that leg down. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, shift the shoulders forward. Inhale, push them back. And exhale, lower the foot. And then take the knees down, sit the hips back to the heels, child's pose, couple breaths. Inhale, come up to table, tuck the toes, lift the hips for downward facing dog. And then inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, bring the foot down between the hands for a lunge. And then just walk the hands to the right, spin the toes to the right for a wide leg forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. So from here, you can keep the hands on the mat or a block if that works better for you, or you can interlace the fingers behind the back. Bring the palms together, take the arms up and over your head. Keep leaning in the toes though. There's this tendency to roll back into the heels. So hips are lifting up. Thighs are squeezing towards each other. Then release the clasp, bring the hands back. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, refold. You can hold here in the fold. If you have a headstand practice, you can take that. I would prefer for your headstand to interlace the fingers, take the back of the head to the hands, and use your forearms. So I have a video on headstand if you want to watch it, but you want to put a lot of pressure into your forearms so it takes the weight off the neck. So if you have that practice, you can take it now. And then slowly make your way back down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk the hands back to the left, frame the foot. Bring the right foot up to the left foot for a fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sit back for chair. Lift the hands and the arms up. From here, come up onto the balls of the feet. Lift the heels. Squeeze the knees together. See if you can slowly make your way back to seated. And then see if you can drop the heels. Take the hips back with a little control. That can be hard. All right, take the legs out wide. Then bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale the arms up by the ears. Exhale, lean over to the left. Take the right arm, excuse me, up and over the ear. So think right ribs up, left ribs forward. But shoulders softening away from the ear. If you're really flexible, you may be able to get the left forearm to the inside of the leg. Grab the toes. It's not feeling great for me today, so I'm not going to do it. Inhale, come up, bring the arms by the ears. Exhale, lower the arms down. And then take the left leg, cross it over the right leg. Inhale, bring the right arm up. Exhale, twist to the left. You can hug that knee, or you can take cactus arms, left fingertips behind you. Wherever you are, press that left thigh into the right arm. Can help you to take that left sit bone towards the mat. So instead of having your hip hiked up, you can keep the pelvis more neutral. So we're really trying to work just the twist here. Inhale, take the gaze forward. Exhale, unwind, uncross the legs, take them out wide. And then left sole of the foot to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, the arms up by the ears. Exhale, come over to the right. And if you're going to take the full option where you're grabbing the foot, take your time. This is one that you may want to sit here a couple of breaths first, just kind of settle into it. Let your exhales help you to soften. And then maybe you start to go for the foot. Inhale, come up, arms by the ears. Exhale, lower the arms down. And then bend the right knee, cross that foot over the left leg. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep spreading through the collarbones and try not to round back. I see this a lot just because it can be kind of tight for people. So kind of sit up straight on the center of the sit bones. You can walk that right foot forward if it's a little helpful. And then you can get long and spread through the chest. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, unwind, uncross the legs. Just come up to the front of the mat. Knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat, and you can grab behind the thighs and actually grab a block so it's accessible when you come down to your back. So once you're here, feet are hips distance apart, ankles under knees. Grab that block and then press into the feet, lift the hips, take the block under your sacrum. So there's those two bony points there. See if you can rest them on the block for supported bridge. Arms can rest by the sides. You could place the palms on the belly. You could take cactus arms if that feels good. Just a little break here. If you're comfortable, close the eyes. You're welcome to stay here. If you're at home, you could pause the video if this feels nice. Otherwise, press into the feet, lift the hips, take the block off to the side, lower the hips down. Just take the feet out to the width of the mat, arms to a T, and windshield wiper the knees a little bit. Just getting a little twist, stretching the torso. And then come back to center, hug the knees into the chest one final time. And then make your way into Shavasana, legs straight. Arms by the sides, palms facing up, and eyes closed. And if you find this is challenging for you, you could bring your right hand to your chest and your left hand to your belly. I think this is a nice way to stay connected to the breath. It really helps you to feel it, to notice what lifts and elevates on the inhalations and what lowers and contracts on the exhalations. You're welcome to stay here as long as you would like. Otherwise, start to deepen your breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and the wrists. Reach the arms up overhead, stretch from fingers to toes. Roll off to your right side, pause there. Eyes closed. Press into the left hand, come up to a comfortable seated position, eyes closed, hands at heart center. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.